Alright, I got some 200 NL tables today. Play and explain. Left two tables look pretty good, like tables 1 and 3. The other ones don't look that great. I usually kind of try to jump around between 50 and 500 and just game select super hard, so basically glorified bum hunting, but yeah, I'll just stay for now. Yeah, even versus the smaller size with Queen 5 suited, it's just too low. Maybe like Queen 8 suited plus. It might even be tight. But we need to call a lot more hands and preferring hands that aren't dominated. So when they go small and linear like that, with a high VPIP, it's going to be a strong 3-betting range, and so just prefer to have more like implied odds hands. So like suited connector gapper things as opposed to like ace 10-0, king jack-o types of hands. But queen 5 suited is going to be way too low on that to continue. We'll open sixes. We have a post here, and then the short stack's opening to 5. So let's see if we can get some showdown here. Ace duo is going to be too low. I'm just open ace 5 and then like ace 9 off plus from the cutoff, depending on big blind. Looks like tight big blind, so maybe go wider. Jack 3-0. I'm going to open super wide, but it's just a little bit out there. And we get the shove. Nice, so I'll see some showdown. King jack suited and 8-10. Alright. Neither of those seem that crazy out of line. I mean, 10-8 suited is super loose, but they are versus a fish, and they had position and suited hands, so not picking up on too much there. We have some opens. Great flop. And I'll just be going for it most of the time here. And it's kind of uncharted territory, so I don't have a strong preference for betting myself. Check raising larger, a bunch of different options. Mid position, I'll just probably bet frequently and small here. If I'm like in button, I'll go a little more polarized here. But I think for like hijack, we have just such a strong range that we can go small, I think is the theory thing. This board, I know button can probably bet really large, but that's the strategy I'll go with here. And then we're so ace-x heavy that it's a really good card for hijack, but pretty bad for our specific hand and our bold super passive. And so yeah, I don't mind playing big better check here. Big blind's gonna be tighter versus hijack, plus now they have such a density of suited hands that I don't think we want to go super linear, because we just fold out worse when we isolate ourselves against strong range that has a lot of equity, like flush draw plus types of things. So we definitely want to have some sort of checking range. And so basically just saying I think I'll probably play the turn polarized. And then really interesting question of whether I can raise this with jacks. No reads on this player. Their stats don't give me anything. We have 15 hands. I just feel like this is so weak. This is so like 10x. Unfortunately, we block all the jack 10 suited hands. I just think ace-x bets bigger when I check back, so I'm going to go for the raise. This might be super thin. I'm going to look this up. Yeah, not sure about that. My assumption is like theory plays that way, like fairly polarized, meaning they shouldn't be betting that often, as ace is so good for hijack and stuff. And so when they bet small, it seems like it's not totally unreasonable for jacks to raise, but yeah, I'm not sure on that one. Looks like we have a short stack on table 4 now. That's great. And this, I have no idea to do. Limp pot. Seemed fine to throw out one big blind with the top pair hand. Assuming like all those limper type people are just gonna be really passive. I assume that means they'll like overcall and under bluff and stab. So that's kind of one impetus for just betting top pair type of hand there. Yeah, ace 9 almost too loose. It's starting to get very close though when we have 2 fish in position and then 1 in small and big blind. I actually think I would open this hand now. But default theory wise, just ace jack O plus at the minimum. But this table looks like one that I would just open this pure. So I'm gonna really expand on table 3. It looks like all passive Rex, so it should be a fun table if we can hit. Games are looking really good right now, except for table 4. Queen 9-0 should be a fold. I don't know why they have them tagged as a reg, probably just broken stack, I guess. And I'm just gonna get in the mix and start kind of going crazy here. This is not a thing at all, table 2, and this is not a thing at all, table 1. But just gonna start playing around since I'm facing so many wrecks. This hand can go either way. I will just start off with some stab. And we do get 3-bet caught with our hand in the cookie jar there. And kind of just punching bag, I think blocking all the flush and the obvious straights is pretty nice, and hopefully we can get called by something worse. So I'll just throw out another punching bag bet. Ace king suited, I'll just pure 4-bet. Do I want to have a non all-in size? I don't think so. I think I just rip once we're this short. King 10 suited will be a mixed 4-bet jam. King jack suited is way too loose. And we don't hit there. Versus min raise, I'm just like always dead, but due to odds, I just have to felt. And we roll the 4-bet this time here. Roll super passive, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be range betting this, especially versus a fish. So I'm just going to do that and not defer to RNG at all. And then table 2, I'm just playing like range check. It's versus fish though, and they're going to have looser range, so like we can deviate from theory in that regard and have way more bets than supposed to, but 3 ways, really just going to defer to check. And here I'm just going to geo in, I think, versus the fish. Really hope they had like some type of jack 10, jack 9, like gut shot thing. So I'm just going to go geo, essentially. Check jam is also kind of fun. Not sure if I have a strong preference on that. And then versus pot size bet, it's really easy fold here. And then, yeah, great run out. So we just barrel it in. Not enough reads on this player, but sometimes we can just check turn, like check jam. Players like overstab after a small c-bet on the flop, so that's definitely a viable option. But queens, I think, just prefers to bet itself, and then yeah, when we arrive here, we have the clear jam on a goaded run out, and if we don't see a snap, that's great. We just hope to get called. So not that time. That's all right. Yeah, only questionable ones so far. I think the 8-6 suited ISO is bad. I think it's a huge deviation. I need them. It's only 50 over 9 hands. I need them to be extremely whaley, I think, to open it at 8-6 suited. So in retrospect, wouldn't do that. And then the Queen 9 hand that we called the imposition raise, I think it's close. I think with the flush and straight blocker, I start to move towards to want to call, but it's a tricky situation because we needed 16% odds there, and it's never bluffed too often. But yeah, not sweating that one too much. And then here, whatever, I'm just start stabbing after we check, and player 6 says check twice. Mainly trying to put pressure on player 4 now, and I'll probably follow through on the river. And now we get showdown axially. Do I have a value bet though, is the question. I might. It seems thin. It seems close. Let's see. Pocket 5s, yeah. Might be getting snapped there. That might be a value bet, another 50%. Yeah, what other hands did we have? The ace king suited, I think at that depth was like 33 big blinds or something. I think that's just a mandatory. Rip. They're closer to, they had 44 big blinds. Yeah, I think it's fine to get it in. I think we had a cold call and then they threw bet to 5 big blinds. Not much else going on. I think queens is vast majority, if not pure 4-bet. We'll go with like 80% of the time. So let me roll that this time. Nothing on this player, just 8 hands so far, but I think we have to felt shoves. And yeah, not too studied in this spot. I think default, I really don't mind just the 25 range bet. Don't think we get punished enough to just do it a ton. Not the worst hand to check back, so we'll kind of just defer to the odds gods here who have rolled me a pretty aggressive action, so don't really hate just jewing stuff in. And just hoping for aces full frequency. Yeah, not the loveliest run out. You know, King Jack and then any 7 beats us. They just shouldn't have any 7 from what I can tell. So it doesn't actually matter that much. And this SPR in a 4-bet pot, I don't like the idea of letting them check back jacks or whatever, so I'd rather just put them in the kind of funky situation and bet myself. And at this SPR, it's pretty straightforward. We just rip it. Yeah, that one's interesting. Curious about the check strategies and also equilibrium, like flop and stuff. So we'll be marking that one. I think I will be barreling turn a lot when the 10, because all my ace king picks up gutter. So those probably want to jam the river. So I kind of just like betting my top set there. Definitely tempting to check top set though, I will not lie. 4 callers, I cannot just start blasting off with no equity, so yeah, we'll just be check folding, which is fine. My replayer is not working right now. Yeah, ace jack will just be checking down. Not the worst run out of all time, but I'll just lose to pocket 4s a lot probably. And I'll have a pretty easy fold now, I believe. 9x is in a ton of people's range here after checking down on such a multi-way board. Nice hand. Yeah, I feel like if I want to check the river with the top set, I kind of need them to like have plus bluff like Jack 10 suited. Wait, that's a straight, never mind. So that's not even a possible bluff. Like, their range is going to be tight. I feel like it's really intuitive to find the bluffs here. Like, sure, the 7x favors them, but they should know that no one really has 7x, so I don't know if they're going to, like, leverage that enough to, like, bluff range. Yeah, they just need to have, like, ace-jack of diamonds. It's like a combo. King 10 can mix for sure. On this roll, I will go here. I think it might mix all options and like fold even, but I don't think it's gonna be terrible to 3-bet it sometimes versus. Oh, it's actually hijack, so I think I'll probably just move that to pure 3-bet. Yeah, queen's hand. I'm trying to see the merits of checking. Like turn check is probably pretty reasonable. I rolled aggro, so that's why I didn't do that. Yeah, I don't know, I'm having some trouble. I'm like finding their bluffs. 6-7 suited, if I was one of the left two tables, I'd open it, but here I'm mostly folding and I roll passive, so I will fold. Are we playing heads up? I'm not a big fan of that, but for now I can try. And I'll just be ISOing here with the suited aces. Queen 10-0 is going to be a little weak, I think, especially at the table. I think over calls I'll just play basically linear. And just be check folding. With the ace here, I don't mind checking a good clip. I'm blocking all the bluffs and blocking the ace high checkbacks. I roll aggro, but yeah, I'll go for a check this time. Queen 10-0, I don't know if I need to stab 4 ways. I think it's getting a little spicy. And I won't be folding the 4 here. Like I said, I like the ace-x, blocking the bluffs basically. So I'll be probably calling both streets now with my 4. Queen 10 easy fold. 5 doesn't really change anything except for their nut low. 5-6 of spades or something. So we'll just be check calling. Good flop on table 4. Let's see the showdown for table 1. Queen Jack O, maybe some type of value bet or something, not really sure, but was hoping they'd follow through on the river. They're super wide pre, and then after the small bet post, yeah. I think that was a reasonable spot to give them rope. They should be checking a ton here, and I should be stabbing a lot. So I'm going to do that, especially with this combo. And we can perhaps check it back at a low frequency. And we'll take the fold for sure there. That is kind of a spot I do want to know how out of position plays though on 6-4 deuce, like two-tone after out of position 3-bet. It's pretty tough. You need to have a lot of check raises and also weird stuff like that. So I'm going to mark that one just because I think that's a good spot to refamiliarize with myself with. Definitely not one of my strongest spots. So I'm all in with a7 suited and jack 10. I kind of missed the action, but looks like they're ready to start flipping. Good luck to seat 4 here. Hoping they can build their stack up a bit. Well, that's not the best sign for seat 4. Let's hope they get lucky. King, queen, okay, they're in great shape. They are blasting today. Nice, nice. And I've just Mando bluff, I think, here. And a great run out, so I'll be firing again. Just sizing up now slightly. On blocking spades, blocking nut, slowed, played straight. Nice hand, nice hand. Yeah, the assumption there is just expecting that player type to bet almost all of their ace-x on the turn. Just putting pressure on cap range plus good run out for in position. And just defaulting to check here. And probably more passive player. So the goal is to get to showdown versus big region that should be bluffing like jack high and such. The question is if I have a value bet here. I think it's a little thin, but not. I don't absolutely hate the idea. I'd prefer to just probably play a check call versus smaller size. Feels close. I feel like theirs is 50% and below. I'm required to felt 42 VPIP over 19 hands isn't enough of a sign, I think, that I need to call this without a club. So just fold that one. Seems nitty. Could definitely be. Yep, seems like a spot you could have donks on. Nothing to do but call. Pick up the gutty. Very close now. I don't think I get to fold yet though. But not loving the double 50p. Probably just folding river. Don't think we really get to bluff with our 4x. Hoping to just beat spaz. Or some weird draw, 6-4, 3-4, etc. types of hands. And I expect to lose to like 5x, 7x a ton. Yeah, turn is the main question point there. If I can consider folding, I'll mark that one just to look at it. It could be. If they go 33-33 or something, maybe I just call more, but 50-50 is... It feels like starting to get to the edge, especially with the... Even with a gut shot being somewhat live. Can just continue stronger there. But I think that was a 54 and 11 player, so I don't mind flicking in chips versus them a good amount of the time. Alright, this will probably be the final hand. Let's get a set. Last hand, so I'll go for a 3-bet low frequency thing, but let's hit it this time. Get action. I'll just be betting range here. And this hand most likely checks down. But potential bluffing candidate too, pending run out. It's nice I'm blocking all the broadways and stuff. And we can get 8s and 9s to fold probably at some point, pending run out. They're like gut shots that'll call now. But sweet, okay, that'll conclude this one. Cheers, thanks.